We all die. We all die. We all die.
Hello, and welcome to a new episode of We All Die.
We all die?
Today's guest is Stephanie Schubert.
Yes. Hello. It me.
And today we're gonna be talking about
We're gonna be talking about art and dying and how it correlates.
Yes, art and death, basically.
I was really thirsty. Okay.
Same. In multiple ways.
Yes.
I know.
I feel that.
I know. So I brought Steph on because she's an artist in multiple different facets of the meaning. Oh
Thank
man,
you.
I sound like an idiot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
She does a lot of different things.
Yes.
In the realm of
I have
art.
many mediums,
Yes.
which I've learned because mostly out of boredom.
Yeah. I
But,
totally get that.
Yeah.
Is that how your earrings came about?
Yes. I'm wearing crystal hoop earrings.
That she made herself.
Yes. Yeah, I have been wrapping crystals and stuff since I got out of high school. When was that? 2014? 2015 actually. Cuz it was the January. Never mind. But yes, since 2015.
Basically 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I've been experimenting and stuff with these.
She's
so.
really good at it.
Thank you.
But that's not the only thing she does, guys. I met her because we did film-ish type stuff in high school.
Ed with Mr. Graham.
Yes.
Wait, were you?
I never actually did it.
You were in 0 period.
Yes, I was in 0 period.
Yeah, when we did the announcements or whatever, that was interesting.
I hope he actually listens to this at some point.
Do you think he will?
I don't think so.
I feel like
if you do, Graham.
if you do, Graham, you really got me into Bob Dylan. That's it.
If nothing else. You got me into Bob Dylan.
It was an interesting time. I feel like we never got the announcements done on time, so we'd always have to play the same one over and over again. So yeah, good
we
times.
made it happen.
Yeah.
So I was since we're talking about since my podcast is about death, I wanted to ask the question of, do you think that your art is influenced by death?
Yes. 100%. I think a lot of the stuff I do is influenced by death.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of weird and I'm always thinking about I could die tomorrow or something. I don't know why. I've always been really aware of my own mortality and stuff.
Me too.
Yeah. So
to a fault.
Yeah. No, me too. My mom's always you need to stop thinking about death so much.
I know. My mom too. She's maybe just stop thinking.
She's
about
you
it.
need to live. You need to live your life. I'm but I can't.
Oh, do you think art helps live instead of focusing on death?
Kind of. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah?
I feel like it does, yeah.
So I feel like art requires a specific, in the moment thought process.
Yeah, because you're so, zen when you're... I guess, zen's the right word. You're zen when you're, creating. You're really in the moment. And also, I feel how do I explain this? It's, a thing that I started doing, and I was can I cuss here?
Yeah.
Fuck it, okay? Fuck it, I'm gonna die. Why not, make this painting? Or, why not, put this video together? Or why not make this jewelry? I, always think of it in that sense.
Just why not?
Yeah, because it kind of helps, knowing about death really helps a lot, too. Or, not everyone knows about death, but, being aware of death kind of helps you to, just be fuck it,
So death is kind of a guidance thing.
It's a guidance and also, an inspiration, but also kind of a scary thing. It's a lot of things.
Fuck, I know.
Yeah. It inspires a lot, though, for sure.
I
It
know.
does, yeah.
Well, the other question I wanted to ask us is, since we're both, entrepreneurs in creative fields, we both want to make money via doing something we actually like.
Mm-hmm.
Which is creating.
A concept.
Yeah, I know. Literally.
Yeah.
Do you feel that that death is the decider of pursuing art as your moneymaker?
Yeah, because I've talked about this with my boyfriend actually so many times, but I'm always okay, what if, unless I die a crazy, random death, but let's say I make it to, my deathbed or something, and I'm what did I do all my life? I've always had this weird fear of, getting to the end of my life and being like, wait, I didn't actually do anything I loved. No. And I'm like, that would suck. For me, personally, that would be like a waste of life. But at the same time, I understand like not everyone like has the privilege of doing that either. And not even saying like I do, because it's like I need to make money and pay bills too. Yeah. So like I understand why people don't, pursue their dreams fully. But I'm just like, I would be sad like if I try and fail, like it's cool, but I just like want to try, Yeah. Or else I'll be like, I wasted my time.
So not doing what you love is scarier than not having financial stability.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I'm
That's
cool.
pretty scary too.
Yeah, no, I'm scared of that too. Like, I'm okay with working like a full-time job, like 40 hours a week, like to pay bills. But like, what I'm saying is like, I will use any free time that I have to like
to be doing what you like.
Yeah, because I've had to do that. I am doing that actually. Like, I'm working, and like on the weekends, I don't work on the weekends because I work on campus right now. So like I use literally these past few weekends have all been like I'm in my room like creating something or putting something together. Like that's awesome. Literally like don't go out sometimes because of it. So you don't think the amount of time you spend on art is more like important than the quality of time you spend with art? Does that make sense? Wait, kind of. What do you mean?
Because like you still, like we both know we're still gonna have to have a real person money making job to support our art pursuits. Yeah. So you're okay with not all of your time being taken up by creating? Because I feel like I had an issue with that. Yeah. Because I'm like, I want to only do film every single moment of my life.
No, dude, I totally get you. Like, that is the dream.
I know.
Like, for sure. Like, to do anything that you really love, like, 100% of the time would be amazing. But, like, I've had to come to terms with that, too, because I'm like, okay, realistically, like...
Not gonna happen.
I don't have, like rich parents who are gonna be like, all right, here's an inheritance, like, or like we're gonna pay for your stuff, like,
don't worry about
forever.
Anything.
Yeah, like we don't have that. I guess like so it's kind of like a balance between like realistic stuff and also like realism and idealism. Like I'm still gonna hope for the best, but I'm also gonna like be realistic and be like, I need to pay bills.
I get that.
So,
and I totally agree.
Yeah, like, but oh my god, it would be a dream if like
we were like Sasha Spielberg.
Yeah.
Oh Not that she doesn't work hard.
Yeah.
She's a musician.
Yeah.
But like, she got Spielberg money.
Yeah. Spielberg.
That would be so nice.
I know. I'm like, but I also like, I don't know why I have this like admiration for people who come up out of nothing though.
You do?
I love that. I mean like.
I think that shit's really cool.
It is, because I'm like, you didn't have like, I mean, not to say that true, like the kids of like, the big directors and stuff, they obviously still work hard.
Yeah.
But it's like they kind of had it easier in a way.
Get it.
And so like, okay, like sidetracking, but like Janelle Monáe, for example, do you know? Okay, like...
Did she come up?
She came up. Her parents were both like working class. Like
that's cool.
I think it was like her mom was... I don't know what her mom was, but I know her dad was a janitor. And, like, she was just, like, she hustled and, like, she made it big time. So I love those stories.
Okay.
Anyways, we sidetracked. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I go off on tangents, yeah.
That's the whole point of podcast.
Yeah. True.
Well, the other question I was thinking about on this topic specifically is, because I feel like so many people have different ideas of what art is. Yes. Like, I think we all collectively are, like, painting, writing... drawing, music, like I think everyone kind of collectively is like this is art, but I would consider film an art,
for
dance
sure.
an art,
dude. Okay, film is like the combination of
all the arts. I know, I totally agree.
It's like, okay, like video of course is an art, like cinematography or whatever, and like there's always like a soundtrack, so it like involves music, and it involves even just, like, the sets. It's, like, the colors, like, of films. They all usually mean something. It's just, like...
Yeah.
I think that's actually one of the hardest... I mean, I don't know. Every single type of art form is, like, hard to pursue. But, like,
it just
film,
involves so much.
You have to know a lot. Like...
I know.
Yeah. It's, like, really... Ooh. It's a lot of work. But I love it.
Is it maybe art's just defined as an effort towards... a creative end product?
I've always thought of art as like, okay, if there's many definitions, I feel. I mean, in my head, it's like self-expression of any kind. Mm-hmm. If you're like expressing...
Through whatever medium.
Yeah, like if you're expressing something of yourself that like people might have not been able to see otherwise, I feel like that is an art form.
Ooh, that's a really good definition.
Yeah. Thanks.
Shit.
And I've thought about it like, okay, I feel like even engineers, even though people think that's like such a left brain thing.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
But it's such an art, like they're really just creating like robots
that's
or
so
like
true.
Stuff like that out of like nothing. I mean, obviously out of something, but like stuff that they had to put together.
Yeah, wasn't previously put together for that purpose.
Or maybe stuff like if you make something that hasn't existed before, like I feel like that could be classified as art too. I don't know. There's a lot. Yeah.
Do you know who Andy Kaufman is?
Mm-mm.
So he's like this, I mean, people kind of call him a stand-up comedian, but he's not. He's dead now, but he was...
R.I.P.
I know. R.I.P. Andy.
R.I.P. Andy.
If you're listening to this podcast, I love you.
But...
I know.
Yeah.
He was kind of like... People considered him to be like the beginning of like performance art. Ooh. He would like go on stage and like cry. And people would be like... What? but it was always he was always doing something to challenge like societal expectations. Ooh, kind of, or dope. Emotional expectations. Yeah. So what do you think about, I guess, or do you know who Bobcat is?
I don't.
No, okay.
I'm the worst.
Okay, it's okay. These are like comedians that most people don't know. Bobcat wanted to be in the vein of Andy, where he's like challenging these like not only like structural like societal institutions, but like your own kind of existence. But he did it in a more like destructive kind of way.
Damn.
So he like went on a set and like he like would break the speakers and like light the couch on fire.
Damn.
Like, what do you think about that kind of art? That kind of art that's like kind of forced on you almost. You know what I mean?
I guess, I don't know. I feel like, it's still definitely considered art. It definitely sounds more like performance art, which is pretty cool. And I feel like
performance is crazy.
Oh my god, yeah.
You just move your brain and emotions into a completely different state.
Yeah, and people like pick up on it. Yeah. Like people just watch you and they like get meaning from it. It's crazy.
I know!
It's so weird.
Or fucking paintings. Like you just walk up to like paint that was put on a canvas in a specific way and you're like, oh yeah, that's cool.
You're like, wow, this made me feel something.
Like,
what?
My childhood arises when I look at this.
Yeah.
I smell an old fart when I look at this.
Dude.
Like that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess that goes down to like emotion then.
Mm-hmm.
Emotions, period.
I guess so, yeah. But about those people you said, I don't know what I just, like, learned about them right now.
Yeah.
I feel like if I ever saw them, like, I mean, are they both dead?
Bobcat's still alive. But I guess the question is more, like, what do you think about art that's, like, forced on you? Not that it's forced, but, like, a painting doesn't, like, say, like, this is how you're supposed to feel. Oh, it's not, like,
demanding your attention.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I feel like, I guess that's, I don't know if I, like, think it's good or bad. I'm just, like, at least it gets people to notice the message, like, in a more forceful way, and it probably sparks more of a controversy, which I think that's actually really good. I said actually like 3 times, but I mean actually, I like changed my mind. I think it's a really good way of like creating a discussion, which I think art should do. Yeah. So I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that point of view.
Yeah.
Because there's sometimes where I'll watch someone who's like really forceful with their like I don't like destruction art. Yeah. Like there's something about it where I'm just like, you need to relax. Like I understand you need to be heard, but like you're affecting someone else. And I know that sometimes their goal is to affect someone in a negative way.
Dude, TBH.
Oh, I don't know.
TBH, like if
It is
I mean, what you tell me right now, I'm like, that sounds really cool. But I feel like if I watched it, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you're breaking the speakers. Who's gonna pay for that?
I know.
Like,
yeah, I think it's the like trickle down effect. It's like that's cool in the moment.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, it's like you're kind of being an asshole.
Yeah.
So I see both sides.
My friend brought up the point of Eric Andre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like he does it in a way that's like meaningful.
Yeah.
Because he does some shit just to be dumb.
Yeah.
But like even the dumb stuff is on purpose in a way.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, is he breaking speakers? Is he?
His own speakers.
Yeah,
like, he
so
has
he's like,
show.
I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm gonna hold myself accountable and pay for the speakers. Like, were the other dudes, like, was he breaking his own speakers? I feel like...
Andy didn't really... I mean, he broke stuff, but it was all, like, planned out.
Okay.
Bobcat was kind of just, like, a tornado of... breaking shit.
Okay, yeah, actually, maybe I wouldn't like it very much. But, like, I understand.
Like Andy a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like I can at least be like, I understand the point, but I'm not sure if, like, personally...
Yeah.
I would be like...
Oh.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing? But maybe, like, whatever. Maybe he was trying to make people feel uncomfortable, so, like, he did it.
Yeah.
But...
he accomplished what he wanted.
I guess. I don't know.
Do you have any art about death that you like?
Any art?
Yeah. Like any pieces you made or someone else?
Oh.
It could be a movie, painting.
Let's see. Okay, well, I mean, I didn't make this at all, but there's this actually performance artist.
Oh, really?
She's so dope. Her name's Marina Abramovic.
I've never heard of her.
She's so cool. So she has, like, so many performance pieces where, like, it's kind of, like, challenging, like, I mean, I guess all performance artists are challenging society or something.
Yeah.
But hers, a lot of them are, like, about destruction, but, like, on herself.
Ooh.
It's really crazy. Like, she did this one piece where I don't know what it was called, but she was just, like, standing, like, I think it was, like, in a museum or something, and she was just, like, full on naked, first of all. Mm-hmm. She was, like, really, like, open with, like, her body and stuff. I was like, she's pretty badass for that. But she had, like, all these items on, like, a table.
Mm-hmm.
She had, like, Sharpies, like, or maybe not Sharpies, but, like, markers, pens, like, a feather, and then she also had, like, a knife and, like, a gun and, like, a bunch of items. What else? Like glue, I think, makeup, and she let people come in
and do whatever
whatever they wanted to her body, and she didn't move or say a word. And she noticed that as people, like, the more she, like, didn't say anything, people started to look at her as an object, and some people started, like, carving stuff on her body. So it's like, it was crazy. And someone, like, the gun wasn't loaded. It was an unloaded gun, but people tried to fire stuff at her. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and, like, people carved stuff on her body, so, like, I thought that was, I mean, horrifying, of course, and then...
seeing what people would do.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's, like, an example of, like, destructive art, even though she wasn't being destructive to other people. She was letting other people
be destructive
to her, and it proved, like, a crazy, amazing point about, like, what people will do to someone when they don't see you as, like, a human being. If you're just, like, an object, like, all the shitty things they would do.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, you gotta show me her Instagram or anything that she has.
She's, like, kind of, like, an older... She's definitely still alive, but I'm not sure if she... I'm not sure if she has
maybe not
Instagram.
Social media? Okay.
I don't know, but I'll show you, like, her videos. They're really cool.
Okay.
And, yeah, she's got a ton of performance art pieces, but a lot of them where she just, like... It kind of, like, shows you, like, the realities are like, humans inherently good or evil, like, blah, blah, what will they do if, like, you're put in this position? It's crazy.
Art's so deep.
Yeah. Like, I want to get a tattoo of one of her, like, performance pieces.
Oh, that'd be so
She's so dope. She did this one with, like, her previous partner, who they're, like, broken up now, but they're known for, like, this crazy intense, like, love affair that they had. It was, like, intense, and then they were both performance artists. But anyway, she did this one piece where they just, like, sat back to back, and, like, they had their hair tied together, like, in a ponytail, like, let me see, how do I describe this? Like, back to back, both of them had ponytails, and then they tied the ponytails together.
Yeah, got it.
And they just sat there in silence for 17 hours.
What?
Yeah. And they were filmed all of it. It's like this crazy, it's like actually really, I don't know. It's so simple, but it's so beautiful too. And like they both described that they felt after like they got past the fatigue of their own bodies or whatever, they felt like they were in like harmony with each other.
Wow.
I was like, that's so cool. So yeah, I want to get that tatted. I think it's so sick.
That would be so awesome.
Yes. Oh.
That's
a straw.
Art.
Yeah.
What? A tattoo is totally an art.
Yes.
That's like permanent art.
I know. I love tattoos.
Me too.
I think they're
Do you
really
have any?
nice. I have one on my ankle. I'm wearing boots right now. I'm trying to show you.
No.
And I'm wearing tights because it's freaking cold. But I have like a flower.
Oh, I remember. It's so cute.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I have that. And I know you have is it girl power?
Girl power.
I love that.
Within
it's so
a girl
cute.
Symbol.
I love.
I know, I like it too. I like it
That's
a lot.
a thing, actually. I used to not want to get tattoos because they were permanent, and then the reason I got one was because I was like, I'm gonna die. So that ties into it. I'm like, I'm gonna die anyway. Okay. So like, this body isn't permanent, so why not fill it up with art, which I'm planning on it.
Have your feelings changed
about
art? Like
in regards to
in
tattoos?
regards to, well, maybe,
or no, you ask.
I know.
I'm like, I
maybe your thoughts have changed about maybe your involvement with art, like because you kind of change focus, right? Or do you focus on everything kind of at once?
Oh, like with art and stuff?
Yeah.
I like.
Or do you just go with the flow?
I don't know. It's kind of like this weird, like, if I feel like doing something, then I do it. But at the same time, like, now I'm trying. I'm at this point where I'm like, I need to, like, make some money with my art. And, like, what's the way to do it? Is, like, jewelry and, like, selling my prints and stuff. But I think before I tried to stick to one thing. And now I'm like, why not do everything?
Just go with whatever you feel.
Yeah, that has definitely been a thing. I know,
that's
like,
nice.
It's definitely a thing influenced by death too. Like, I'm not even just saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, like, life is short. Why not try everything at least like once or whatever?
Yeah.
And see if I like it. And if I keep liking it, then I'll keep doing it. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
I like art too because it like really like penetrates you. Like, I don't know if like I have so many artistic thoughts like in my dreams. Like, I'll wake up with an idea for a project, or like there have been multiple times where I'll like be dead ass asleep and then I'll wake up and write down a dream because I want to like film it or write about it later, and then I'll wake up and like sometimes it makes no sense. Sometimes it's golden, but I'm like, I think that I feel that I'm like kind of intuitively, instinctively a creative person.
Yeah.
I guess maybe a good question would be, what do you think? Do you think everyone's a creative person?
I think, okay, people would argue with me on this. I think we are, because
I think everyone?
Everyone is and can be, but it's a thing that, like, people limit themselves on. I was actually talking to your sister about this. How, like, people will say, like, oh, I'm not creative, but they are. Like, I think everyone as a kid was super creative.
Yeah.
And I think
maybe the school system pushing you in either you're a science math person
or
you're an English art person.
It's so dumb.
Like,
and I'm like,
both.
Why can't we be all of the above? But I think that, like, people who are, like, super into art and stuff, or, like, any form of art, they're just kind of, like, coming back to themselves, like, to their inner child. But I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think every child was born with, like, intuition. Like, you know how they say, like, little kids sometimes can, like, see, like, ghosts and stuff? Like, and I'm like, that's really scary, but, like, it's pretty cool.
I know.
Yeah. And so, I don't know, there's certain people I feel like maybe you and I are just, like, we, like, have listened to our intuition more than not, quote-unquote, non-creative people do. But I think everyone has intuition. Some people just, like, choose to ignore it. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I totally agree.
Yeah, okay.
And I feel like there are so many different kinds of art that, like, it's like the intelligence. Like, if you're not good at school, you're not smart. It's like there's a million different kinds of intelligence.
Exactly.
But, like, I think it's the same thing with art. Like, my dad is super artistic, like, in the traditional sense that he's, like, a really good painter, like, drawer. I think he draws more than he paints.
Yeah.
Yeah, he draws. But he's also, like, decided he was gonna do, like, graphic stuff, like, for his and my mom's company. And he, like, did it immediately. Like, I think it's art to be able to pick up things so quickly.
Yes, yeah.
Like, he just decides to do something. I mean, everyone in my family is actually this way. Like, they decide to do something, they can do it within, like, a couple of hours. Maybe a couple of days if it's hard for them.
Yeah.
And I think that's so cool. I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot of nurture. Like, if your artisticness is not nurtured, people let it go.
Yeah.
Especially as a kid where you just want to fit in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm just going to do whatever everyone asks
I had that, like, as a kid, I remember I felt like I was really weird. I think a lot
for being artistic? Not
for being artistic, just like, I feel like every kid probably feels like, I'm weird, I want to fit in or whatever. And so a lot of people in doing that lose, like, their creativity, I think. And, like, growing up, too. Agree. Even in high school and everything like that. So.
Yeah. I think school really makes people lose.
School really bums me out, dude.
I know.
School, like...
The institution.
It sucks.
School.
Yeah, it sucks because school, like, teaches you to be this, like... I mean, school's really, like... How do you say it? Like, industrialize.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so that makes, like...
That's so true.
Industrialization is all about, like, memorizing and, like, repeating information back.
The fucking standardized test.
Yeah, it's dumb, and I'm like,
what is it testing?
It's testing, like, your memorization.
I know, literally.
Trash.
Honestly, I have really bad memorization, so...
Yeah, and honestly, most people...
And it's run by money.
Oh, yeah.
Because the schools just want to say, like, how good our test scores are. Yeah. So they can get more money for more funding.
So, yeah, I feel like that causes people to lose their creativity a lot.
I know.
Because they have to adapt to this, like, really left brain. Not that left brain is bad by any means, but, like, too much of it, I think, too much of anything is bad.
Yeah.
And so if you're, like, super industrialized and super thinking like that all the time, then, like, you lose touch with your, like, intuition and creativity.
And if you think you can't nurture both.
Yeah.
Or anything that you're interested in.
Yeah.
Like, there's such... With, like, the education system, it's such, like, you decide one thing... And then you do that for the rest of your life.
That sucks.
And then you die.
That's trash because we, like, change all the time. Like, humans were, like...
constantly evolving.
Yes, we're constantly evolving. How
personally
can we...
and...
Yes. How can we think that, like, we can decide just, like, one thing to do forever? Like, we get so much pressure, though, to decide. I mean, you're in college.
Yeah.
I, like, recently graduated. You don't understand how many times people ask me, like, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with your life?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a good question. You know?
You got that answer? Because I'm searching.
I literally asked them and they're like, actually, like, I don't know. Like, you never really know. I'm like, stop putting this pressure on me. Yeah. It sucks. But
I know.
Yeah. It's tough. Like,
I feel like people will kind of lay off on that for me, maybe, because they're expecting, because film is so, like, lucid, you never really know what you're gonna do. Yeah. Unless you're fucking Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
You kind of never know what you're gonna do, where you're gonna get work, who you're gonna work with. Yeah. So I feel like people are, I'm guessing that people are gonna be like, Sage is just floating through life. Doing film.
It sucks that people always expect, like, arts majors to be, like, struggling artists or whatever. I hate that.
That's so true.
I'm like, that's such trash. And, like,
support your artists.
Yes. People don't. I feel like, I mean, people do, of course, but I don't know. I hate that stereotype of, like, the artist, the struggling artist. I'm like, you know, an artist wouldn't be struggling if you paid them. Like, yeah.
That's really true.
Yeah.
I wish everyone just got funding for being an artist. Like, you could just apply, like, I'm going to do this for my life. Can you please give me $1,000?
Yeah. This one girl that, like, I interned at, like, the Newport Beach Film Festival with, her name was Emma Guzman. I don't know if she'll be listening to this.
Emma Guzman.
But she said, like, art is everywhere. Ooh. People, like, love to look at art, but they don't like to pay for it. They just expect it. And I'm like, bitch, yes.
That's so true.
And that really made me sad. Because I was like, people expect, like, dude, everything around us is, like, an artistic thing, like.
Houses.
Yeah, I remember Emma was like, even the way the roads are designed, like, everything. She's an artist, too. Like, she's studying visual arts at Cal State Fullerton. And she's like, everything, the roads, how they're designed, like, movie posters, like, blah, 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 all of that.
Yeah.
She's like, it's all an art. And, like, people expect that, but they don't really, like, appreciate it or something. I'm like, ooh, that hurts.
Right in the heart.
Yes, it sucks.
I totally agree.
Yeah. So.
God, I know.
Yeah.
People want shit for free all the time.
I know.
What's a project you feel you want to do, just haven't done it yet? Or, like, a dream project?
A dream project would be...
Maybe you don't have the means for it yet, or it's not fully finished.
I've been like, I like dabbled with like audio production, and I really like making like music.
Oh.
And I haven't.
You make music?
Yeah, but I want to make like an EP or something.
Oh, okay.
I would love to do that, but it's like, actually that is one of the scariest things ever for me. But
well, then we definitely have to do it.
I know,
exactly. Gonna die soon, so
I'm gonna die.
It.
So why the hell not put stuff out there? But I don't know. I've always kind of wanted to like, I don't know, maybe have like a book of like poetry or something, because that's something I've always kind of done low key, but I never really like.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've always loved that.
Well, your zine just came out. Yes,
Desamor is available on my Etsy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get in that plug. Mm-hmm. What's that Etsy? Etsy.com/
It's called, so it's a Spanish name because I'm Latina. My parents are from Uruguay. So it's called Agua de Hadas, and I guess I'll spell it. It's AGUADEHADAS.
Get it.
Agua de Hadas. Yeah.
Get it.
That was like my first.
It's only $1, guys. Support your local artists.
Thank you. But it's like my baby steps, I feel like, into like releasing.
That's awesome.
Writing. Because I'd be so happy if I could be a writer in like any sense. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Screenwriting. I've never done that. Never done it.
A bitch.
That's actually a big like writing for a show would be like a crazy.
Writers room for like Broad City.
Yes.
Or Insecure.
Oh my god, I love both of those shows. There's
that'd be a dream.
High pitched squeals.
Issa Rae or Abby Jacobson.
Yes.
Or Ilana Glazer. If you're listening to this,
please pick us up. I love all of you. Artists. Dude, that would be so fun. Like, I've always admired. I mean, I don't know the come up of Issa Rae very much. I've seen her show, Insecure, though. It's hilarious.
I don't think I know her come up
I know
either.
Broad City, though, started with, like, a web series.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so sick. Like,
Issa's is a web series, too.
Is it, too?
Yeah, it was I think it was, like, The Adventures of an Awkward Black Girl on YouTube.
Ooh, see? That's so cool.
I know!
I'm like, these people...
But that's them doing and putting it out.
Exactly. So that's why, like, those people... I'm always like, I always look at them, I'm like, okay, I have to put stuff out there, because if they hadn't put that out there, then Insecure wouldn't exist. Have happened. Broad City wouldn't exist.
Oh, you're right.
I'd be sad, because those are really good shows.
Yeah. I guess you have to decide what you want out of your art, because some people are okay with just painting and then putting it in the closet.
Oh, yeah.
But some people, like me and you,
want
to make stuff and share it.
Yeah, well, TBH, because I used to be fucking scared of like putting stuff out there like for a really long time. Okay. But the reason I like decided to was because I'm like, okay, I'm making this stuff first as like an expression of myself, but second to like connect with others. So like, how am I going to connect with others if I don't share it? You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, okay, I gotta connect with others.
I totally get the connection thing.
Yeah.
What do you feel if your art's not validated?
Validated like
if someone doesn't like it, or if
okay, at first that would like hurt my feelings a lot. I remember, I mean, not a lot of people have been like, this fucking sucks or whatever.
yeah.
But I can kind of tell like when people aren't, like if they see it, they're like,
it.
Oh, wow. Like, you know.
Well, you did something.
It's like, wow, cool. Like, this is interesting or whatever. I'm like, okay.
The interesting.
I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, I know you fucking hate it. But, I mean, at first I was like, I'd be kind of sad because it's very like intimate, like it's a very vulnerable thing.
Like, this is a part of me.
I'm like, this is a part of my soul, and this is hurting my feelings. But I don't know. It's still like a work in progress thing. Like, I'm just like, okay, not everyone's gonna connect with it, and like whoever. Because I know there's people that criticize too. Like, they love to just criticize and be like, oh, this is flawed. This is wrong. This could have been done better or whatever. Yeah. And then I always think, like, okay, but are they doing anything? Like, like, I don't know. There's a lot of people who criticize a lot, but they don't actually do anything. Yeah. And that, like, makes me feel better. There's a difference
between if, like, Abby Jacobson was like, I hate your art.
Yes.
Versus, like, some troll.
Yes.
I was like, this shit sucks.
It's like, fuck this. Yeah, I know. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm like, well, what are you making?
You don't make no sense. Yeah. As a human, get therapy.
Yeah. And I think, like, artists know, like, we understand that shit comes from our soul, so we wouldn't even criticize anyone like that. Seriously. Harshly.
No way.
At all. I could never look at someone's stuff and be like, that fucking sucks, because I'm like, dude, no, I know that came from like a deep part of you, or like a subconscious part of you. Like, that would be insulting.
I'd just be like, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome that you decided to do it and put it out there.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of courage. I think we know that. Yeah. It's so fucking scary.
Courage and effort.
Yes, it's a lot of work.
So much work.
Oh my God, yeah. And usually when you're like an artist who's not the daughter or like child of Steven Spielberg, you kind of have to do it all on your own. Like, I know. Everything. Like, you're probably gonna like edit this, upload it, do the PR for it. Like,
that's 100% true.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. And people don't realize that, and they sometimes just write it off, or like, I don't know.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Not because it's creative, it doesn't take effort and marketing and like so much post effort, I guess. Yeah. It really is so much work that goes into it.
True. But then we die.
I know, and then we die.
Then we die, and maybe no one will see it, but whoever does see it will be like, wow, this
put
person
it out somewhere.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, wow, that person must have been so creative, and that's our legacy.
Oh, that would be so nice.
Yeah.
I hope someone like stumbles upon my Instagram and like,
I know.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
Look at the shit she made. Mm-hmm. That means I have to push it on Instagram. We'll do it. We'll get it done at some point. Yeah. True. Film is difficult. There's just so much to do. Yeah. There's just so many facets. I admire that you can like decide to do multiple things, like go where like your like soul's telling you to go, kind of. Yeah. Because I still haven't made that much in respect to film because I was just so afraid that it was gonna be shitty. Yeah. And I just never produced anything because I didn't want to put it out there and it sucks, which is BS. Like, what if I had died? If I died now, like it's a bullshit reason. Like, just do it.
I get you. But I also like sympathize a lot. Actually, empathize a lot because like if you think your stuff is bad, obviously you're like not gonna want to put it out there. I know. But then there's also like a fine line between like, is this really bad or am I being too hard on myself?
But
right
there are people that like your bad stuff too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like your sister. You said your sister Nikki liked my awful video that I made with my mom.
The interview or whatever with your mom. She was like, "That's hilarious. Your friend Sage is so funny." And
shout
I was
out
like,
to Nikki.
Nikki Schubert. Hey, like bitch. That's my sister. But yeah, she loved it. Bitch. She was like, she's so funny or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, she's hilarious. And then I remember you were like, awesome. That was my least favorite video. I'm like,
still one of my least favorite videos.
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, someone thought it was hilarious. Like,
I only put it out because I felt I needed to get more acclimated to not liking the stuff that I make entirely. No, I get you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I like saw this quote recently. Wait, Picasso? No, Van Gogh cut off his ear. But Picasso said this. I always get them confused sometimes. Yeah. But Picasso was like, I don't remember the exact words, but it was like, in order to figure out your style, you have to like pick up the brush or something. So it's like, in order to like find your voice or whatever,
you gotta make shit.
You have to make shit. And sometimes
that's so true.
You have to make shitty shit before you make good shit. And that's fine. And like, if people are hard on you for that, then I would just say they're too critical and like you need to cut them out of your life because that's a lot of negative energy.
Right, that's so true.
Yeah.
And to quote you gotta make shitty shit to make good shit.
Basically.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that in quotes.
Shitty shit To make good shit. It's true.
I love
definitely.
It. Okay, so I'm gonna end with a question I ask everybody.
Okay.
How do you feel about death?
I feel so amazing about I'm just kidding.
I've totally come to terms with it.
I love death so much. I feel both comforted and kind of nervous by death.
Comforted, why?
Comforted because
no resemblance of
it's like
comfort.
It's weird because I'm like, creative wise or like life wise, it's like, okay, who fucking cares what I do? Not to say that that's an excuse to be a shitty person.
Yeah.
Because it's not. Like, be fucking nice to people while you're here.
Your life,
yeah, of course. Like, be empathetic and everything. I mean, I cry a lot, yeah. So anyway, so, I
cry a lot and make shitty shit to get
yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
Continue.
But I feel comforted because I'm just like, all right, if I fuck up really bad on something, then at least like I'm not here for a long time. You know, like no one will really care about it in the future. Like they won't remember it. Also, I would think about that in regards to assignments when I was in school and be like, will this matter when I'm dead? Fuck no. And then I wouldn't do it. And so like it's helped me in that sense. I'm also nervous because I'm like, I mean, I feel like everyone is nervous because it's like, what comes after? Yeah. Like, what the fuck is going on?
And the leaving people.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's part of that you're nervous.
No, I mean, I guess, like, when I'm dead, I won't feel nerves. I mean, who knows if I will, but I would feel mostly sad if I'm, like, leaving, like, my family behind, my friends, like, people I love. Yeah. I'm actually more scared of them leaving me. I don't know if that's a selfish thing.
No, I totally agree.
Because I'm like, dude, I fucking love you.
Yes! What's the point of connection if I'm going to lose you at some point?
It's so sad.
I know.
And so I feel inspired by it, comforted by it, but at the same time, like, I'm kind of scared of it and also nervous. And I also know I will cry a lot because of death, and so I have many mixed feelings, which is why it's like such an inspiring like topic and why you can make so many podcasts.
I know why I can talk to millions of people.
Yeah, because it literally affects all of us because we're all gonna die
in so many different ways.
Yeah,
I know. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I end with a death that kind of relates to the topic. So I was thinking of, do you know any artists who have died in weird ways? Because I can't remember the one that shoved her head in an oven.
What?
Isn't there an artist that...
What?
Oh, no.
Wait, maybe
doing
there
an
is.
injustice to her legacy.
Dude.
Jamie, search up the artist who put her head in an oven. Not Bell Hooks.
I've never heard of that. Did Elvis...
Sylvia Plath?
Shut up. Did she?
Was it Sylvia Plath?
Maybe.
Head in an oven?
Yeah.
Head in oven, famous death. Google.
Oh, no.
The FBI agent on her
You guys
phone.
are seeing the productions. I know.
They're like, what the fuck is going on?
I think so.
Sylvia, yeah. It's
what?
Oh, I was right.
They're dead of carbon monoxide poisoning with their head in the oven, having sealed their rooms between them, and sleeping. The children had like tape on their mouths or whatever.
Oh, what?
Wait, what's this say?
Wait, so she killed
and
her
her sleeping children with tape towels and cloths.
Wait, did she kill her children?
No, she sealed the room between her and her kids. So she just killed herself.
Her kids were alive. That's made sure her kids were alive.
Her kids were alive.
Oh my god.
And it was like 4:30 in the morning, so they woke up and they're like, oh.
Dude, that hurts.
Oh
that just
my
hurt
god!
But I laughed.
This was a heavy death, y'all.
Dude, Dude, imagine those kids. Like, what the fuck?
Traumatizing as shit.
Oh my god, they can never forget about that. Like, that's insane. Oh my god.
Damn.
I'm about. Ooh.
Well, to end on that note.
Elvis Presley, I heard he died on a toilet. So
to bring it back, Elvis died on the toilet.
I heard. So yeah, that was fucking sad.
I know.
I laugh when I'm nervous.
I know.
Or like when I'm really
sorry
sad.
if the kids are listening to this.
It's so fucking horrifying. Oh my god, death is so fucking scary.
Fuck death. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
I love you, Stephanie Schubert.
I love you.
I hope we don't die.
Tomorrow. Mean, hopefully we don't die tomorrow. Yes. Hopefully Donald Trump dies.
Yes.